LeBron James has done it again. The Lakers superstar continues to defy the odds and prove why he remains one of the greatest basketball players of all time. With yet another historic milestone under his belt, James is showing no signs of slowing down, even at the age of 40. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. For the past 7 seasons, Lakers fans have had the privilege of watching LeBron dominate the court. Since arriving in Los Angeles, he has been everything the franchise hoped for, and more. From highlight reel plays to clutch performances, he has delivered time and time again. Back in 2020, he led the Lakers to an NBA championship, cementing his legacy with the storied franchise. But Lakers fans aren't satisfied with just one title. They're still hoping he can bring another championship to the city. And with the way he's playing, that dream isn't out of reach just yet. During his time in purple and gold, LeBron has shattered record after record. Perhaps the most significant was when he passed Lakers legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. That moment alone secured his place in basketball history. But what makes LeBron truly special is that he never stops rewriting the record books. It feels like every time he steps on the court, another milestone is within reach. And Thursday night was no different. In a matchup against the Portland Trail Blazers, the Lakers' second game following the All-Star break, James achieved yet another incredible feat. He broke a long-standing scoring record that had been held by none other than Michael Jordan for over 2 decades. James became the first player in NBA history, at age 40 or older, to record multiple 40-point games. Against Portland, he erupted for 40 points, once again proving that age is just a number for a player of his caliber. 4 years, LeBron has been one of the most dominant forces in the league. But what makes this achievement even more remarkable is the fact that he is still playing at such an elite level, despite being in his 21st season. Most players begin to decline as they get older, but James continues to evolve, finding new ways to impact the game. Scoring at this level, at this age, is almost unheard of. Most players in their late 30s and early 40s struggle to keep up with the younger competition. But LeBron isn't just keeping up, he's still outplaying most of them. That's exactly why he is consistently mentioned in the debate as the greatest of all time. The Lakers need James to maintain this high level of play as they make a push for better positioning in the Western Conference. They've been dealing with injuries and lineup adjustments all season, and having LeBron as a stabilizing force has been crucial. Luka Dončić, who recently joined the team, is still finding his rhythm after missing significant time due to a calf injury. The Lakers are hoping that once Dončić fully integrates into the lineup, they'll have one of the most dangerous rosters in the league. Now, nobody expects LeBron to drop 40 points every night. He's not in his 20s anymore. But having him capable of delivering these kinds of performances when the team needs it most is a massive boost. Even when he's not scoring at a high volume, his impact is felt in other ways, whether it's his passing, rebounding, or leadership on the floor. Right now, the Lakers sit in 5th place in the Western Conference standings. But with plenty of games left in the season, there's still a real chance for them to climb even higher before the playoffs begin. Finishing as a top 3 seed would put them in a much stronger position for a deep postseason run. And as for LeBron, he continues to put up elite numbers, averaging 24.7 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 8.9 assists per game this season. These are MVP-level stats, and he's doing it at an age when most players have already retired. His longevity and durability are simply unmatched. No player in NBA history has maintained this level of excellence for this long. Whether it's his work ethic, his commitment to taking care of his body, or just his sheer basketball IQ, LeBron has found a way to extend his prime far beyond what anyone thought was possible. His ability to still be a game-changer at this point in his career is nothing short of incredible. And as long as he's on the court, the Lakers will always have a chance to compete at the highest level. The question now is, how much more does LeBron have left in the tank? If history has taught us anything, it's that betting against him is never a good idea. The Blockbuster trade that sent shockwaves through the NBA, Anthony Davis moving to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Luka Dončić, has set the stage for a new era in Los Angeles. While Lakers fans were excited to welcome Dončić, the transition hasn't been seamless. The young superstar is still finding his rhythm in purple and gold, and the early growing pains are evident. Since making his Lakers debut in a back-to-back series against the Utah Jazz, Dončić has played 3 games with his new squad. As expected, adjusting to a new system, new teammates, and a different style of play takes time. However, his early performances have been met with scrutiny, particularly after the Lakers' recent 115-112 loss to the Charlotte Hornets. In that game, Dončić had one of his toughest outings, struggling to get his shot to fall. He finished with 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, but his inefficiency was a concern. He shot just 5-4-18 from the field and a frustrating 1-4-9 from beyond the arc additionally. His 6 turnovers and some defensive lapses in key moments allowed the Hornets to capitalize and edge out the Lakers. Charlotte didn't hesitate to exploit Dončić's defensive positioning, frequently attacking him in pick-and-roll situations. The Lakers' defensive scheme, which relies heavily on rotations and communication, still isn't second nature to Dončić, and opponents are taking advantage of that learning curve. Despite the struggles, LeBron James, who led the Lakers with 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists, remained patient and understanding. He knows better than anyone how challenging it can be to adjust to a new system mid-season. It's only his 3rd game since Christmas, James pointed out. He's still learning the plays, the defensive coverages, the signals we've been using since September. Obviously, we're trying to get him up to speed as quickly as possible, but it's a process. James' leadership will be key in helping Dončić settle in. He emphasized that while expectations are high, especially for a player of Dončić's caliber, patience is crucial. For Dončić, the struggles aren't discouraging. He understands that these things take time. "I'm still getting used to everything," Dončić admitted after the game. "Obviously, I wish I could have played better, but I just need to keep working. It's a different system, different teammates, different style of play. But I'm just excited to be here, and I can't wait to see what we can do once I'm fully locked in." His attitude remains positive, and Lakers fans should take that as a good sign. Dončić has always been a high IQ player, and once he gains a better understanding of the Lakers system, his natural abilities will take over. Even with his struggles, Dončić's presence on the floor has already started making an impact. His elite playmaking skills are opening up opportunities for teammates, and his ability to control the pace of the game gives the Lakers a different dynamic. James has already noticed the benefits of playing alongside Dončić. "He sees things before they happen," James said. "That's rare. When you have a guy who can anticipate plays and get teammates in the right spots, it changes everything. We're still working on our chemistry, but it's going to be special." The Lakers coaching staff is also focused on integrating Dončić in the most effective way possible, but he has full confidence that Dončić will figure things out. Right now, it's about reps, building chemistry, and understanding how we can best use his talents. Offensively, the Lakers are already seeing glimpses of what this team could look like at full strength. Dončić's ability to facilitate takes some of the playmaking pressure off James, allowing him to conserve energy for crucial moments. This balance could be key for the Lakers as they push toward the playoffs. Of course, expectations in Los Angeles are always sky high. Lakers fans aren't used to patience when it comes to championship aspirations, and every game is put under a microscope. But this situation is unique. Dončić wasn't just a mid-season addition, he's the foundation for the team's future. It's also worth noting that Dončić is still working his way back from a significant injury. After missing an extended stretch with a calf strain, he's regaining his conditioning and rhythm. These factors all play a role in his early struggles. As the Lakers continue working Dončić into their system, one thing is clear: this trade has the potential to reshape the team's season. The first few games haven't been perfect, but both Dončić and the Lakers understand that success doesn't happen overnight. Once this duo finds their rhythm, Los Angeles could be a serious threat heading into the playoffs. There has been a lot of speculation surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers' pursuit of a new center, and according to The Athletic's Jovan Buha, Mark Williams wasn't the only player they had their eyes on. Reports suggest that the Lakers also inquired about Jalen Duren from the Detroit Pistons, but Detroit was unwilling to part ways with their young big man. However, this might not be the end of the story. The Lakers could very well reignite their interest in Duren once the offseason arrives. The Lakers' need for an additional center has been an ongoing topic of discussion. With LeBron James often forced to play heavy minutes at the 5, Los Angeles has been looking for a reliable frontcourt player who can provide depth, protect the rim, and ease some of the defensive workload off James. Originally, it seemed like Mark Williams would be that player. The Lakers had a trade agreement in place with the Charlotte Hornets to bring Williams to Los Angeles, but after an issue was flagged during his physical, the team decided to pull out of the deal at the last minute. That left them scrambling for alternative options. Just like Williams, Duren was seen as a strong fit for the Lakers. The 21-year-old has been showcasing his potential as an emerging center in the league, averaging 10.8 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks over 52 games this season. However, acquiring him mid-season was always going to be a challenge. The Pistons weren't eager to part with him, especially considering their current position in the Eastern Conference. Unlike previous years where they were in full rebuilding mode, Detroit is in the midst of a legitimate push for the playoffs. With a 29-26 record and sitting at 6th place in the East, the team wasn't in a rush to trade away a productive member of their starting lineup. Additionally, Duren is still on his rookie contract, which means Detroit has control over his future for at least a couple more years. He won't be eligible for restricted free agency until 2026, making it even less likely that the Pistons would be willing to let him go without a significant return. While trading for Duren during the season proved to be nearly impossible, the Lakers might have a better shot at acquiring him in the offseason. The team's roster construction is shifting, and that gives them more flexibility to make moves. For the past several seasons, Los Angeles has been centered around LeBron James. With James nearing the final years of his career, General Manager Rob Pelinka had to be strategic with roster moves, ensuring that the supporting cast was built to maximize their championship window. However, the recent Blockbuster trade that brought Luka Dončić to the Lakers changes that equation entirely. At just 25 years old, Dončić represents the franchise's future. With a generational talent like him leading the way, the Lakers now have the luxury of experimenting with their lineup and making adjustments that will benefit them in the long run. That includes investing in a young, promising center like Duren, who could become a cornerstone of their frontcourt for years to come. Even if the Lakers make another push for Duren this summer, prying him away from Detroit won't be easy. The Pistons recognize his value, not only as a productive big man but also as a player with significant upside. He has yet to reach his full potential, and Detroit may not be willing to part with him unless they receive a massive return in exchange. The Lakers, on the other hand, don't have a ton of trade assets at their disposal. Most of their future draft capital has already been used in previous deals, and unless they're willing to part ways with a key rotational player, convincing Detroit to trade Duren could be a tough sell. For now, the Lakers will have to move forward with their current roster. While they weren't able to land a new center at the trade deadline, they still have options to strengthen their frontcourt rotation. Looking ahead, the Lakers' interest in Duren isn't likely to fade anytime soon. If they truly see him as the missing piece to their roster, expect them to revisit trade discussions once the offseason begins. Whether or not Detroit will be open to making a deal remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Los Angeles isn't done making moves just yet. With Dončić and potentially another key addition in the near future, the Lakers are positioning themselves to be a powerhouse not just for this season, but for the years ahead.